diamond press anything, it just like disappeared before our very own eyes.
Last time we worked together, it was awesome. It was many things, but awesome was the most that it was.
This is a chance to get the nesting border dies. So the dies, and then we've got the die cutting machines available too. Yes. And how cute are these?
I know. I love the colors. I love the size. I love everything about them. These border dies, so we had a configuration of these probably a year ago, and they sold in one airing.
I remember.
Like this. And ever since people have asked, bring back the dies, bring back the border dies. Well, hello.
Hello.
Here they are for you. So you're getting, oh my gosh, this is math, 14 dies. So you're getting 11 of the patterns, and then you're getting 3 of the borders. So what does that mean? These are the borders. They've got the sort of spaces in between. These are the patterns. So this is sort of like a mix and match. You can pick your center, you can pick your border, and if you look down here, we actually color-coded them. So you're not just getting 14 dies, you're actually getting all of these, because these are all the different configurations that you can put together.
No
and look
way.
at how intricate and gorgeous they are. So let me show you right off the bat how it works. For those of you, I know, and look, I mean, the intricacies of them are just amazing.
Exactly what I was just noticing.
If you're not familiar with diamond press, this is a portable manual die cutting machine. All those little tiny metal dies that you see and you love, but can't use in your bigger machines because it just doesn't work that well, this is for you. So I'm taking a border die, and I'm gonna take one of the inside dies. Oh, I'm gonna take the words because I'm obsessed with the words. All you're doing is using scraps of paper. So I've got this little piece of paper that honestly, unless you are a scrap hoarder like I am, no judgment.
Scrap hoarder?
Scrap, yeah, yes. You hoard your scraps.
I know.
You hoard your scraps, I know you do. I
totally do.
Some people would throw this away, not us, no. Because you might need it for something like this border die. So I'm gonna lay, and if you're not familiar with dies, there's a little metal edge on one side of each. That's the part that you want down on your paper, so that little sharp metal edge. So I lay down the border die. Come on my friend, lay the center down inside it. And the great thing about these two is if I know, hey, I need one that's exactly 5 1/4, you don't have to do it the exact same size of the die. I'm gonna insert it into the diamond press.
And if you want the press, we've got that. It's a different item number. I'll share that with you in a second. It comes with 6 of its own dies.
And if you look at this, I'm not straining. I'm not having to put my weight down. I'm using 2 fingers, roll, 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 roll. And in just a few seconds, and look at how cleanly that came out. I did not have to take a pick to get these out. Look at how clean and tiny. I mean, that's tinier than my fingernail, those little letters. Look at how gorgeous that is. All of the little circles at the bottom all came out at once. That's how clean and beautiful your dies are gonna come out with a diamond press.
Cool
and you're getting this sort of mix and match pattern so that they will fit with any theme. Let's talk about themes for a second.
Totally customized, and you're right, the intricacies are amazing. The actual dies are one option, 5, 6, 6, 3, 3, 4. You get 14, but it creates all of that. If you want to get the die cutting machine, it comes with 6 additional dies, and that's a different item number that's going to come up on your screen as well.
And let's talk about this die cutting machine.
There, so.
Oh, good. So one of the things that I really think is fantastic, I have a cousin who's left-handed. She came to visit, and she was like, oh my gosh, I can use this machine as a left-hander because there's no front or back. It's however you're most comfortable. So I've got a really thick, sort of fun gold pattern paper in here. I have it pre-cut to exactly the size I want it, but then look at what I was able to do with it. Just adding this little tiny intricate embellishment really adds something special to that card. That's when you have that little, you're missing something, but it's just a little bit and you need to add something, that's what you do with it. Run it through your Xyron machine, slap it on
And then what feels better than using leftover paper?
Correct. That is your absolutely right.
It's just, I mean, I'm Norwegian. Maybe it's that. I don't know.
I know. We've had this conversation before. We don't know if it's our heritage. We don't know what is happening. So again,
well, you pay for it, so you might as well use it.
Pick the pattern, mix and match. I want to do something really intricate. If you are an Anna Griffin fan, which we all are,
we're going to be doing Facebook Live this afternoon or this evening at 7:15. I hope you'll join us.
With Anna Griffin?
Yes.
Are you doing it live on air, or can I come?
You can come.
Can I stick my face in? Because you know I will.
I'll ask, Beth.
No, I've been banned from Facebook Live before over here. It's totally fine. But so I picked the 2 most intricate dies that we've got here, and I'm making a little bit of a mess. But look at how clean. Look at how cleanly that has come out. It is exactly, it's like a fine lace. Every single piece has come out. Look at the center. And I talked about Anna Griffin because this is an Anna Griffin card. I was just able to add this little added touch. Anna Griffin, the dies that Holly sell, all of the products that today's special. You can use this border and die set to add just that little extra special touch with the scraps that you otherwise would have thrown away.
Exactly. It makes such a difference in that card. It's got impact.
Incredible.
I sound like a broken record. These are very popular. Again, the diamond press, the border dies. Again, it was a year ago that they disappeared. I mean, not
and we're not going to see this. I mean, once this is done, we're going to be done for a while.
I hate it when I
hate to say that out loud because I don't want people to miss out, but that's what's
And today, 2 flex. So you pay half of it, but you get all 14 dies.
Oh, that's so nice. So I want to talk about, so I did the first one with a really thick gold cardstock. I did the second one with a embossed cardstock. Now this is just a plain pattern paper. So all of those scraps that you've got, if you wanted to use vellum, if you wanted to do a thicker flocking, I've done some really cool stuff with